Hi. I did say I wouldn't be doing any more videos. However, I've changed my mind on that. Today I just came across on social media, and I posted it about how and to be honest with you, I was raised a Catholic. And not that I have anything against being Catholic, as I've grown up, I've become more spiritual. And what I mean by that is what I learned as being a Catholic is that you do unto others as you want them to do unto you. You follow the commandments, which I think are just make a lot of sense if you want to walk through life and be a good person. I've also realized a lot about how important nature is and how beautiful the earth is, and that is actually a gift to all of us. Anyway, this isn't about all that, but I wanted to give a little bit of background on myself, so when I'm giving my opinion here, maybe they'll understand, because you understand where I'm coming from. I'm I'm so disappointed. And it's not with my Facebook friends. This is more with reading comments in regards to the Pope. This is a man who, excuse me if I'm saying this wrong, but has worked at a career of inspiring people and helping people see the glass half full and understanding them and giving them an understanding of how they could be closer to God and how they can walk through life and be happy. And I'm sure people out there have other things to add to the list. The list goes on. And then there's just these people out there that are Christian or other religions, because it's not just Christian, that are so mean about him saying that you shouldn't be hating on Muslims. And he's kind of seeing the glass half full, because he's saying not all Muslims are the same. And that's true, because that's like saying your neighbor is a child molester, or your neighbor is a murderer, or some relative in your family is, a conniving, evil person. And you're judged on their actions. How would you feel? So I don't understand how people who go to church every Sunday, or they say they're holy, and they say they believe in God, and that Jesus is their savior, and all this stuff that they say, but they don't walk the talk. You see, I'm not an extreme environmentalist. I'm what you call a conservative environmentalist. I don't even know if that's the right word, but what I'm trying to say is I taught myself along the way to be a better person as far as my purchasing power and how I walk through life, my home and the things I decide to buy and who am I buying from and all this stuff. And I've made my mistakes, because everyone does, and there's no one that has a right to judge another person. They just hope that you pass the torch. Somehow your knowledge helps somebody else move forward in life. And I'm sorry, but this whole thing about Muslims and stuff, I don't want terrorists in this country. I think, 99.9% of people would say the same thing. They don't want their life or the lives of other people, innocent people, taken because we allow some terrorists in here to do something crazy. We have terrorists that are even Americans. I mean, it's true. Look at the creature that was in Oklahoma, I think, the bombing. I don't follow a lot of this stuff because I try to stay out of the whole news media, but recently I've started to open my eyes. There's all this hate and this negativity and this idea of and people don't realize is the heartbeat of the earth belongs to you. How you conduct yourself. And I'm not saying I wake up every day and I'm just the best happy person in the world. I work at being happy. And people say you shouldn't work at being happy. Yes, you should, because if you you have a bad day, or, you run into somebody who's got an attitude with you or whatever, you choose to get over it as quickly as possible and move on with your day. So I don't want to go on and on and on, because I'm not trying to preach. I'm actually just trying to explain to people out there that we need to be a little bit more forgiving and understanding that other cultures we might not understand. You cannot think that you know about a culture because you read something that is written by someone else. Now, I know this might sound strange, but yesterday I've seen a lot of numbers lately. They say numbers 111, 11111, or 777. Well, yesterday, don't get scared, I saw the number 6666. 4 sixes, not 3, 4. And I was like, that's weird. And my email kept saying that. And I was like, that's weird. So I look it up and online. And all I got was opinions from people. And the people that post the opinion got it from the same website that has the same thing over and over and over again. That's all people do, is they copy and paste other people's opinions. And then I really looked into it, and I called a numerologist, and they basically said, well, actually, that's very good for you. That means that your spirit guides are speaking to you, and they're telling you you're on the right path. And in essence, it's very, very positive. And this is via Abraham Hicks, to see numbers, because when you see numbers, that means your angels are communicating with you, but it means you're on the right path, and it means that you're doing good. So, more to it, but that's pretty much in essence. What I'm trying to say is you can't believe what you read. You can't. You have to go inside and say, does this make sense to me? And I'm going to have a YouTube channel coming up soon. And I am definitely going to start speaking out, because I really believe that people are following along with the program. And what I mean by that is they're just stuck in this hate world, and they see their friends or their friends' friends or other people commenting, so they just feel like, oh, they can give their opinion. You can give your opinion, but try to think about it before you give it and say, do I know all Muslims? Do I know all nationalities? Whether you're speaking about Indians, or you're speaking about Chinese or black people, do you know them all to really say a huge judgment? And it's really sad that we live on planet Earth, a beautiful planet, and that we are so segregated. And last but not least, I will say this. I believe there's going to be a huge wake-up call over the next 4 to 8 years. 4 to 8 years. For human beings. I don't know exactly what it is yet, and when I come to it, I'll let you know, but I believe that there's something going on here where Trump's in office. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of segregation. There's a lot of negativity, and I wish that people would understand the power within themselves, the power within their fellow friends, to teach people to say, you know what, let's see the glass half full, let's live in harmony, let's rectify situations that are negative on this planet by working together as a team. And that's not that difficult to do in this day and age. Back in the day, yes. In this day and age, no, we have social media. We have no excuses. We have Skype. We can make changes happen. And I must say that I live a pretty nice lifestyle, and my main concern are my pets in my life. And that might sound crazy to you, but I don't have children, so my little boo Wilbur, who's laying on my lap right now, as you can see, is my life, my love, and I will do everything possible to protect him. My little girl Allie and my fish, they're my world. Once they're gone, balls to the wall. If you know me now, you will know me then. If you don't know me now, you will know me then. Because I plan to start a revolution. If I live that long. And I think my brother's on board with this. Because people need someone to stand up and to fight for humans to understand the power within themselves and to stop believing what they're being told. And I might be going around in circles here, but what I'm trying to explain is Trump's in office, there's a lot of chaos going on, and why did he end up in office? I don't know, but I can tell you that something doesn't add up here in the scheme of things here. It doesn't add up. And I'm thinking to myself that they want us to be in this situation where we're scattered and talking about each other and fighting, and because every time you turn around, there's someone putting something on Facebook about him and about what choice he made or what he said. There's constant. Ask yourself why. Because every time that we think we know what's going on, you have to look outside of what really is going on. They're trying to play us. It's almost like you're watching a play or a really good movie, and you don't want to focus on anything else but the movie. But there's something else happening behind the scenes. So I don't know if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, that's okay, because it will make sense down the road. But I believe that there's more to this than just him being in office. There's a lot of chaos, and I think they like the chaos. And when I say who likes the chaos, the cabal. If you don't know who the cabal is, look it up. Very interesting. So, with that said, I don't want to keep going on and on because I know you don't have a lot of time, and I want to try to enjoy my weekend since it's my birthday weekend. But I want to say to people that I know deep down inside people have a lot of love in their heart, and they're good human beings. They just need to be shown that it's not okay to be hateful. It's not okay to be destructive to the earth. It's not okay to make a judgment on someone based on only reading information. If you meet someone and you have an intuition about that specific person, that is a very good thing that you're saying, oh, I'll beware of that human being. But not as a whole. You can't put everyone in the same category. So I think I've said enough. Hopefully I'm making sense here, and I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Good night.